Welcome back to our channel. Today we are deep diving into the ultimate roadmap for mastering Java Selenium automation testing. Okay, so becoming a automation tester, proficient automation tester with Java and Selenium, how to be a good in Java fundamental. Okay, understand the basics of Java. So, what are the key components we need to understand in a Java? Like start by learning the basics of Java programming. This is the foundation of writing effective Selenium test scripts. Okay, so we have to like some key topics are there in a Java, like focuses on understanding variables, data types. Like variables means local variable. Okay, like that. Data types like there will be a data types are there like that string is there, int is there. So what understand the basics of data types, how it affects, understand the looping statements like for loop, while loop, and some conditional statements if else like that. And by understanding functions means like methods, like non-static, static, these kind of methods. So and another thing which is most important while performing like automation, like doing writing test scripts in a Java Selenium. So we have to understand, we have to good in object oriented concepts. Okay, there will be four pillars of in inside object oriented concepts. In a coming lectures we'll understand that one, that inheritance, abstraction, encapsulations. Okay, like that we have to be a good in that concepts as well. Okay, we have to understand and we have to implement those in while writing automation test scripts. So if you are a beginner in a Java like writing a Java code, so this is an example of like I have wrote one example like hello world program, like public static void main. So this is a main method, and inside that I have used a system.out.println to print a hello world code. Okay, so after you ran this code in any of the like Eclipse or anywhere, so you will in a console you will get the hello world output. Okay, so first we understood we need to be a good in a fundamental of Java. Okay, and the second most thing is, if you are good in a fundamentals of Java, so you have to take one tool because okay, so nowadays means or like in IT industry, most of the organization are following and using Selenium tool. Okay, so if you are a beginner, so if you learn only the Selenium and you started automation testing by using this tool, so it is great. Okay, you will get so much opportunities. So Selenium is a powerful tool for automating a web browsers. Start by understanding with Selenium and its components such as WebDriver, IDE, and Grid. Okay, in a Selenium, most of the times if we are writing some test scripts, so most of the times we'll use WebDriver component. So if you are learning a Selenium, you just focus on WebDriver, and yeah, 90% cases well we will use WebDriver, and in a 10% we'll use Grid. Okay, so okay, just learn a Selenium automation. Okay, so for means for like we have for installation and doing setup. So like if you have installed like Eclipse IDE or like that, so using that you can run the test like you can launch the browser, you can take a screenshot on it, you can navigate to the any of the URL, you can do some perform actions on using automation testing. So second point is you have to be a good in any of the automation tool like Selenium. Okay, so, so here I wrote a one program like first Selenium like a program like that. Just like here I have launched by using a system.set property and WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. I have launched one browser and we are navigated to the one website, and inside in a that website we have uh, by using a find element where we we are performing some actions on it, like a send keys by entering some text on it. So like that we are doing. So on the basis of that, on the basis of their web elements, we had a wrote here one script. Okay. So this is the second thing we understood. So we have to be good in any of the automation tool. Okay. And third one is, if you are good in automation tool, you have to be if only you know the automation tool, what the WebDriver it is so it is not efficient, means sufficient to get the job and to. So we have to be a and understand that some WebDriver commands, some locate, if there will be WebDriver commands means, if there is a website you want to automate, if there is a page you want to automate that page. So you have to understand that you have to be a good some WebDriver commands, learn the basic and advanced commands for Selenium WebDriver to interact with web elements. So there is a one web element like a text field is there, drop down is there, so like that. So how to interact with them? So for that purpose we have some WebDriver commands. So you have to first understand these commands, how the commands will work. Get command is there, if you want to navigate to the any of the website, so there get command is used. Find element command is there. So you want to doing inspect and like that, so performing some actions on it so for that purpose, find element command is there, click command is there, like you want to perform some click operation on it is. Send keys command is there. So you have, there is a text field is there, you want to enter some text on it. So like that there will be many more commands are there. So you have to be a good in any of the you have to good on some WebDriver commands on it. And if you are good in WebDriver commands, so there will be a text field, there will be a drop down. So to inspect that drop down, to inspect that text field, and to like to identify that, locate that web elements, you have to be good with locators. So master the different methods to locate, web elements using locators. We have some locators, id is there, name is there, class name is there, tag name is there. So like that, by using these locators we are able to identify the different kinds of locator inside that page. And on basis of that we'll write a test scripts and we'll fetch this and we'll do some actions on it. Okay. So here I wrote one example by okay, if there is a web element equal to driver dot find element, by using a locator id we have fetched this web elements. If you want to perform some actions on it, element dot click. So if you want to do perform some click on a click operation, so that time we will element dot click, so it will able to click on that web elements. Okay. So this way we can deep dive into the Selenium WebDriver concepts, like we're able to handle the locators on inside that web page. Okay. And fourth one is, which is the most important, like handling a different web elements. There will be a as I told, there will be a drop down is there. So some alerts are there, some frames are there. So handling these kind of things we have to be a good in some uh, concepts, like here you see the learn to handle the form elements such as text boxes, radio buttons, check boxes, drop downs. So there will be so many such a things are there, some text boxes are there. So way to handle these kind of, so we have to understand in which way we are able to handle the radio button, we're able to handle the check boxes, we're able to handle the drop down. So there will be so many techniques, like techniques means, so we have to work with some mouse over action class to handle work with mouse over action class, like if we have to use some keyboard buttons, so for that purpose we have keyboard events are there. If there will be some alerts and pop-ups, so how we can handle, like we have some switch to method is there, so like that we have to understand the methods, and for doing act for we have to perform some mouse over action, so we have some action classes there. So like that you have to do some practice on this kind of stuff. Okay, from handling multiple frames, like frames, multiple windows, and how to upload files, if any of, if there is like a in a, like if we are filling some form, so there will upload some files on from our windows. So like that, how to upload a file, how to download a file. If you are good in like this stuff, then you are be a good automation tester. Okay, so you have to be a handle in a different types of web elements. This way you are able to handle the different types of web elements. So these are classes, like action class, select class is there, so like that switch to method is there, so like that. Okay, and fifth one, which is most important for you, for where if you have around 3 4 year of experience and you have to good in any of the framework, you have to write some like so many automation scripts you have to. So for that purpose you have to be good in implement implementation of framework and design patterns. Okay, so fifth one is, if you are good on above concepts like 4 topics, then you have to learn this one. Okay, so implementation of framework and design patterns, like framework what is framework like, so it is a kind of like design patterns or like that will use for on a basis of our application behavior. Like here you see use the some frameworks are there in a Selenium providers, as not Selenium. So apart from Selenium, we'll use for on the basis of our application requirement. Okay, you have to run some test cases, test scripts. For that purpose, we need some framework, like TestNG framework is there, JUnit framework is there, Serenity, BDD Cucumber framework is there. So okay, like that, these are some frameworks is there. So if you are learning a new, so you learn one any of the one, like if you are good in test engine, you learn test engine, so it's enough for you. Okay, and the framework have some properties, like it provides us annotations like that, some keywords like that, like it uh, it has some properties like group by key, mm, group by is there, so we can group the test cases in one. We can do some parallel execution as well by using that. We can skip the test case as well, so by using this framework. So okay, this is one framework like test engine. And by using also nowadays organizations are using for as I told, like on a basis of our application behavior. So implementing like framework like page object model framework, implement page object model to create reusability and mental test scripts. Okay, so means like if the organization like have so many employees, so they will wrote some login page in one of the page, and they will by using like they will use in multiple, like so many employees will log in. So they will by using inheritance concepts from Java. By using that concept, they will inherit this login page to all other like pages, and they will implement the logic on basis of it. So the all employees will directly use their, by using username and password, they are able to directly log in there. They don't need to write every time the login page class. They don't want to create the username method, like a password method and login button actions. So and locators basis of that, so they will just fetch the this, they will just write their username and password and click, could do for some click operation, so they are able to. So this way we understood the 5 concepts, like if you have to learn automation testing, you have to be a master in automation testing. First, you have to be a good enough fundamental of Java. Java. Second, you have to understand like any of the Java Selenium Java automation to automation tool like Selenium. Third one is you have to understand the basic commands and some how to identify the locators in it. So how to identify the web elements like that. So some basic concepts we can say, basic commands and like that. Selenium basic commands and like. Fourth, you have to be a good in some advanced concepts how to interact with frames, multiple windows, these stuffs like how to upload a files, so like that. So these are advanced concepts. Okay, how to interact with web elements like drop down, how to handle. And fifth one is framework, like automation framework, how the automation framework it works. Okay, you have to be a good in that, how to implement automation framework. Like we have test ng framework, we have page object model design framework. So nowadays companies are using this kind of stuff. So if you are good in above high, if you are good in above high, 100% you will get a job in a you will get a job with a high salary package. Okay, it's not, I'm not telling with a you will get a job around like simple package. You will get a job on high salary package if you are good in above five concepts, if you know above five things with implementation as well. Okay, so if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe. Yeah, thanks for watching.